As I stepped out of the rain-soaked streets into the dimly lit library, I was struck by the eerie silence that permeated the air. Rows upon rows of shelves stretched upwards like sentinels guarding ancient secrets, their leather-bound spines creaking softly in the faint draft from the heating vents. The fluorescent lights overhead cast an unforgiving glare on the few patrons scattered about the room, each lost in their own world. My eyes adjusted slowly to the gloom, and I made out the shape of Kaizen, our librarian, hunched over a desk at the far end of the room. Her silver hair was pulled back into a tight bun, and her glasses perched precariously on the end of her nose as she pored over a stack of dusty tomes. I approached her quietly, not wanting to disturb the stillness that had settled over us like a shroud. As I reached out to set my backpack down beside her, I noticed something odd. The air around me seemed to ripple and distort ever so slightly, like the surface of water disturbed by an invisible stone. Kaizen looked up from her reading, her eyes clouding for an instant as she took in my presence before focusing again on the books. "Ah, Jafik," she said, using the peculiar name we'd settled on a while back. It was one of those rare days when the linguistic filters that normally governed our interactions seemed to falter. I nodded at her, trying not to draw attention to the sensation in my gut, a creeping sense that something had shifted just out of sight. "Hi, Kaizen," I replied, my voice barely above a whisper. The air continued to distort around me, like an unseen hand was warping reality's fabric with each passing moment. It wasn't quite pain yet, but it felt off. "What brings you here today?" Kaizen asked, her brow furrowed in concern as she scanned the shelves behind us. I shook my head, trying to clear the cobwebs from my thoughts. "Just needed some quiet time," I lied, glancing around at the rows of books with an increasingly hollow sense that something was very wrong.